Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my reviews. Today, August 13th, 2021, I'm test driving a 2007 Hummer H3. So here we go. Now, I had my first Hummer back in 2016. It was a 2006 model. It was the luxury edition, so it had everything on it. And the 2006 was the first production year of it. I love that vehicle. I don't keep vehicles for very long, not more than 3 years. In fact, that one was one of the vehicles that I kept the longest, which was 3 years. Why? Just because I get bored of them, to be honest. There's too many cool vehicles out there to not try more of them. So I bought this. It was black, as I said. It was a luxury. The TV screens in the back of the headrests. Obviously, they're all-wheel drive. These are based on the GMC Canyon, Chevy Colorado platforms. So they are proper body-on-frame trucks. They have full-time all-wheel drive, which is awesome. But of course, they have four-wheel high, four-wheel low as well. Traction control. Yeah, so I think that's that. Now here's what I think the highs and the lows are. Highs, I think they look super cool. Here we are in 2021. This is an 07. They stopped making them in 2010, so it went on a production run from 06 to 2010, 4 years, right? And then they stopped making them, and you know, you can do YouTube videos on why they stopped making the Hummers and this, that, and the other. That doesn't matter. They're bringing it back, obviously. A little bit of a callback to the heritage. It's all electric, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, to be focusing on this generation, I think they still look cool. They got a lot to offer. These are very, very off-road capable vehicles. Again, you could do plenty of reviews and videos and watch folks, and it's just taken a while to catch on, in my opinion. You know, you got the Toyota products, which are they're just born and bred out there on the trails. So they're gonna always be the 4Runners, the Lexus GX 460s, 470s, Land Cruisers, LX 570, I feel like I'm missing something. FJ Cruiser, duh, which I had. They're just hardcore. So they're always going to be out there. There's always going to be people trailing them, overlanding, and Moab, everything. And obviously the Jeeps as well. But these are they're just not appreciated for what they can do. So if you're looking for, generally speaking, a fairly affordable and capable off-road vehicle, that you can do some overlanding, and I'm sure, and have some fun off-road, then check out the Hummers. This again is an H3. Now in 2006 they had the 3.5 liter inline i5. That was a dog. It was a dog of an engine. If you're putting around in town, no problem, whatever, you hit the gas, it'll go. But if you're on the highway, you're gonna be like, whoa, come on, man. Like, I could get out and like put my foot, you know what I'm saying, do one of those. In 2007 models and up, they upped that to 3.7. I'll research the horsepower and put it down. It's not very much, but I do notice the first time I've driven a 3.7, it's got some pep. You know, it's a little peppier. It's not a dog, but I haven't been on the highway, so I can't give it all that many kudos. Now this particular model, yeah, this is all stock. I just kind of parked it at a little bit of an angle, but that's kind of interesting, you know. Got your solid axle, obviously. Your bump stop there. Now I don't know what kind of lift kits are available, but I'm sure there are. I'm positive there are for these. This particular one is fairly clean. It's suffering from one of the biggest issues, which is the paint completely fading here on the plastic. The rest of the body paint is good. That paint's faded. The engines, now this is what I'll say. I bought mine with 147. I owned it for 3 years. I sold it with 185,000 miles. Never had a problem. Never. Actually, the only thing I did was replace the belt tensioner, but that's fairly a nothing issue. Just replace the belt tensioner. That's it. So I really did zero maintenance to that truck over 3 years. Traded in with 185, and it still had plenty of life left in it. Look, I'm 6'5" ish, and I mean, I guess I don't have much extra headroom, but it doesn't, even with my hat on, even with the sunroof closed, it doesn't interfere. And it's the same thing when I had it. You know, they're very, very basic. I mean, talk about like Toyota. It's very, very basic, but classy. The only problem I have, and I think maybe a lot of people will have, is it's like just the whole thing is plastic. You're in a plastic box. There's like, it's plastic. Now there are some trims that kind of have a brown accent on the seats. I dig those. At least that spruces it up a little bit. You basically have black or tan interior. Mine was a tan interior. And but you know, you'll find other videos with top 5 problems for Hummers, like the sunroof leaking or the ignition or something like that. I experienced that, but overall it would not stop me from, let's see, it's 5 years later, from buying another one just as a knock around, or as a daily driver, quite frankly, or even to give my kids, man. You know, they have super high safety ratings, so National Highway Safety bibbidi bobbidi boo, check it out. Super high safety ratings because they have side airbag curtains and obviously front airbags and whatnot. It doesn't have it labeled there. I thought it would, but super safe. They're all-wheel drive. And kind of one of the negative things of an adult, you know, full grown, like, yeah, I want some power that doesn't have. But on the positive side, if you got kids, it doesn't have a lot of power, so it's not like they're going to be speeding around everywhere. At least that's the way I think about it. So here's a shout out to the Hummer H3. Boom, good job. However many years later, it's still, I think, a very valid choice for those off-road enthusiasts that are looking for something that's capable to go off-road or overlanding and enjoy yourselves. Check out, I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there. Check them out. I've already done that myself. All right, this is Timotheus, and that's what's up.